Yo,
I got
when
so
he did
many
his
Bow Wow
verses, I was
stories.
bumping his shit. Like I was playing the old school shit. Like yo, this was one of them ones.
You were
Bow Wow.
you were
You
looking
just
over
don't
to your
know the way
daughter.
You move so fast across the floor. I mean, you run through my mind like all the
Yeah,
time.
you were looking over to your.
That I just wanna take you home. What happened?
I think that might be the first time that Bow Wow verse has been quoted on a podcast in history.
I got a
Yo,
good Bow Wow story. I got a few.
we need a Guinness plaque for that.
See, I want to be upright like this, but if I'm upright like this, I feel like the mic ain't.
If you could hear yourself, it would be a lot better too.
The thing about your mic that's different than mine's is about your mic that's different than mine's is that you
that's
guys.
So much better, bro.
I know because I have it to my fucking face.
Yeah, do that. Do that the entire time.
I'm not.
But you have a mic that you can hold like a mic.
That takes us to the next level.
On a stand.
Yeah.
You can take it off the stand and hold it.
Put that shit near your mouth first. Yeah.
Check me out. The sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here.
And we might as well shine together. Better now than never. Business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam. You know do it better.
Yeah, Eric.
The older I get, though, I realize it's harder for me to memorize songs word for words. Like you see how you say you was writing down the lyrics?
Yeah.
I was just listening to the song mad times and figuring out the lyrics. And maybe I never had them 100% correct, but that's how I would like memorize songs.
I think what it is now that we're older, there's so much more music to listen to. We have more access to music in our catalogs. So focusing on memorizing words ain't as like big of a deal anymore.
Word.
It's like back then, it was the same. We was all listening to the same shit in rotation because it's the radio. It's the 106 in Park. It was the countdowns. Like, yeah. Oh shit. Huh? It's over. We never getting episode 11. He just said my shit He said my shit disconnected again. And I was like, huh? He was like, yeah. It says my shit. It says Riverside FM has disconnected from session, but he's saying it to me, so I'm like, oh, what? And then he just disappeared.
Wow, yo, Eric, what happened? You when you like
I lost my internet connection for like a few seconds.
It's business up top, party on the bottom, though.
Same. How about my levels?
Very low.
Very low.
Yeah, I did get like
mine are hitting yellow.
I don't see them on yellow on my side.
On my side, mine's a yellow.
It's not even picking you up right now.
You're lying right now.
I don't know.
I am not lying. Like on his shit, it's like black.
I'm not going by his shit. I could see my shit getting picked up.
But he's the master recorder, though.
Nah. Every time y'all told me to adjust my shit has sounded worse. Every time.
No. What?
No.
Every time.
That's not how.
Bro. For a whole episode, we couldn't hear you because you had your mic nowhere near you. That is impossible for the next time that we told you.
Literally had your mic backwards.
Oh, that one episode. Okay, but other than that.
Yeah, but there's no way that our suggestion
our levels
to
have
move
been solid.
But there's no way that our suggestion to move the mic closer to you and is gonna result in a worse audio experience, though. Not when you had your mic.
That's one time. Obviously.
All right. So what were the other times?
You were right because my shit was backwards. But these last two episodes, I've done exactly what y'all told me to do, and my shit keeps sounding lower and lower.
You lean back a lot and be like, yeah. Or, nah. You lean.
You trying to call him a mumble podcaster?
He's a mumble artist.
I'm not mad at that. I'll run with that title.
Caster.
I thought you were already running with the best thumbs up in the game.
He don't even flex a thumb. He's never flexed a thumb in his life. See me? There's some credence to my shit. Look at this. Best smile in the game, right?
All right, take a picture.
Take a picture.
Take a picture.
I don't want
to.
He
picture.
never puts a thumbs up. Now all of a sudden he got best thumbs up in the game. Like, what is
with the best smile. Why are you hating on my
I'm not hating. I didn't say you had bad thumbs. I'm just saying you don't rep it the way I rep my shit.
Nah, even
I rep my shit.
Yeah, said, you got a perfect thumbs up. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yo, since we're on this subject, since we're on this subject, when I put my story up last night where I put a poll asking my followers.
Yeah, tell them.
If you have the best smile in the game, right? You want to know what the results are?
What was the options?
It was absolutely fuck out of here and who is WorkinGenius?
Yeah,
Working who?
Yeah.
So,
but listen.
So
none of the people that follow you know who the fuck I am. So that's one. But continue.
Which makes the voting pool that much better because there's no hidden bias. And speaking of bias, I'm gonna get to that.
What was the results? Just tell us the results.
I
want to hear the results.
What I'm gonna tell you is so much more interesting than the results.
You know? Let them know.
So
just give us the numbers.
This is what we're gonna do right here.
I'm starting to put the pieces.
Just give us the numbers.
This is what we're gonna do here. So in total, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes for absolutely.
Yes, sir. What percentage is that?
Okay. There were 3 votes for fuck out of here.
All dudes, probably.
Right? And there was
it all dudes?
Well, literally all dudes on all accounts. So I don't know where you're going with this.
See what I mean? Dudes is hating.
I mean, all accounts.
Was one of them the dudes that hate Tom Holland?
Yo, I'm talking about all accounts. Yes. Like every absolutely that you got was also a dude. So like again.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Those are some real dudes. I respect.
Working who was a choice, and we got 1 vote for that. So let me break this down. Absolutely won 7-3 on fuck out of here. Right?
That's normally about 69%. If my calculation is correct, it's about 67% or some shit.
Listen, fuck your calculations, because they don't really matter. Because they do lie in this fucking case. They do lie.
Anyway, we can move on.
No, we can't move on. So of the 7 votes, WorkinGenius, Cesar is one of the people who voted. He voted for himself.
If you're not going to support yourself, who will?
No shame in your game, yo.
Take that to the
no shame. The second vote is from Arun.
Yes, sir.
College buddy.
Right there.
College buddy, member of the Fantasy Football League. The Collegiate Fantasy Football League.
My mans. Yeah, get your story together.
Fucking Homer. Shouts to Arun, but
I thought you were gonna say something crazy. Whoa. I was like, hey, man.
I mean, listen, if he isn't, like, that ain't my business. I'm not judging. It's all love. But anyway.
Go ahead.
Arun Part 2. Traveling runner. Gabriel.
What you mean? Oh,
Gabriel. My boy Gabriel. Shouts to Gabriel.
That's not even my man. That's your man who's now.
Shouts to Gabriel.
Now we like best friends. Shouts out
to him. Exactly. He's always showing mad love. Always.
Yes, sir.
I love Gabriel. So, and then the next 4 votes. This is what I'm going to do. The No Politics podcast channel.
Okay.
I wonder who's the admin on that account. The No Politics Network account.
Okay.
I wonder who's the admin on that account.
What else you got?
The No Politics Sports account.
Okay.
Once again, I
the
wonder.
Are stacking up.
Let me adjust this camera right here. I wonder who is the admin on that account. Now,
that's the thing.
The last vote.
Fuck out of here.
The last vote. Sneakerhead Ken 23.
My man right there.
Who the fuck is that? First of
all, don't be disrespectful.
Listen,
not be disrespectful.
That's the homie.
That's the homie.
That's the bro.
That's gang.
Gang.
Asking who the fuck is this is not disrespectful.
That is gang right there.
Nah, it's not at all.
I didn't call him a herb.
You don't know.
I just I didn't shit on him.
No.
He's exaggerating.
I'm fucking with you, but
so who is that?
Sounds like I won. That's my roommate. That's my best friend since high school.
Okay, yeah, that is the homie. I met him before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Shouts to him though. He supported also, but.
Yeah. And he knows what it is. And he voted right.
Vote. That's a fair vote.
It's not a fair vote. I mean, he is personally, but of the 7 votes Cesar voted for himself, not one, not two, not three,
not once, not twice, not thrice, but a bunch of times. If you're not gonna support
4 times. So
I was the tiebreaker. That means.
So
what did you vote?
I'm the only one. I voted working.
See, hater.
I'm the only one.
Yo,
and that's a bold-faced lie. Like
Aaron always goes left, and I respect that because he's fucking committed to going left all the time. I respect it. I respect it. So, absolutely, 3 votes.
Mm-hmm. Wait, my vote counts. If Aaron's vote counts, my vote counts.
What?
You can't vote for yourself.
Exactly.
Why not? Do you know as a presidential candidate, you can vote for yourself? As a presidential candidate, you can vote for yourself.
Listen.
Good point.
Nah.
You can vote for yourself.
That.
Just like everyone can vote for themselves.
We're
just like Yatu can vote differently.
I'm not
vote 4 times.
I'm not patterning my voting system.
There was no rules.
So if you
there was no rules.
All 4 get canceled.
I'm not patterning.
They all have different social security numbers.
I am not patterning my voting system off a fucking voting system that's proven not to fucking work that great. So nah, I'll pass on that. So like I was saying, the votes for fuck out of here. 3 of them. Vic, my boy Vic, Nav.Vic 2308.
He don't even count. I probably smoked him in fantasy or something. He mad. He angry.
You did play with him that one year though, but like I don't know if you actually played each other.
Did I smoke him? Oh,
probably.
Nah, yeah. He came back. He took over the team, and then they were like 0-6, and he won.
Why we complimenting him
like
now?
1 or twice.
Why we complimenting him now? This is not the time for compliments.
Hey, these is facts. Facts is facts.
He tried he rigged an election.
Numbers don't lie.
He attempted to rig a collection.
If he tried to rig it, then all 4 cancel out.
All right, so Vic, my boy Robert, Tom Holland guy, he voted fuck out of here.
I called
and
that.
I respect him. I respect him for it. I love it.
I don't even respect him for the Tom Holland.
I love
takes.
it.
Like,
all right, and guess who was the 3rd vote? It's somebody both of y'all know, especially you, Aaron. Who's the 3rd vote for fuck out of here? By the way,
Vicky.
Fuck out of here. You don't have the best smile in the game. This is what the vote is. Just
my wife.
No, but that shit would have been amazing. It did not go that way.
I don't know. Who's the hater? Who's the snake in the grass?
Tyler.
Nah, it's a family member. The only thing I say is a family member of yours, Aaron.
ARTZ.
No.
ARTZ fucks with me. That's gang too.
My mother.
Again,
your mother wouldn't dare, Aaron.
That would have been phenomenal if you did.
She would not dare.
It would have been amazing, but that
it was my uncle.
No.
Who was it?
Tell me now.
It was
No comment. These votes don't even count.
And I respect it because that is somebody who's practically like extended family. So he said fuck out of here.
I don't think I ever met him in my life. I'm gonna keep it real.
Listen, it's 6 degrees of separation.
Keeping
6
it
degrees
a
of
buck.
Aaron. So yeah.
So yeah, we went back with another weekly dose.
It was a tie.
Bro.
See, I definitely
it was a tie.
I definitely hit the red.
It was a tie. First of all,
3 fuck out of here and 3.
My vote
yeses.
counts.
No, it
my
doesn't.
vote counts.
And this
Aaron's
is not the presidential
vote
election.
Aaron's vote counts, so my vote counts.
That don't make no sense. You can't vote for yourself in a contest like this.
Why wouldn't my vote count?
Exactly.
I wasn't part of the poll.
What? Why? Huh?
You're just
because we're part. Because we're behind the poll.
Yeah. Look,
we're the
he's understanding mid sentence that his logic makes no fucking sense, and it just went in his head.
We're behind the poll.
Like
we're a part of it.
All right, if he's not eligible, I'm not eligible, then you're not eligible.
Okay, fine. You can have that. Here's the issue with the whole thing anyway, though, is that
even if I'm not eligible, my vote don't count because I said working.
The voting process is rigged anyway because you did it to your audience, who I don't know, and they don't know me. That's the issue. Is
but all your boys voted.
I mean, they voted, but they also know Erik. Correct? They've all met Erik.
Barely.
Yes.
Arun knows Erik. Kenneth has met Erik.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember who is.
So what are you getting at?
Rob knows you.
Rob don't. I don't even who's.
Yeah, Rob knows you. He watches. He knows you from the league, from the RFL. He knows you from the podcast.
Question marks. No disrespect to Rob, but we've never met. Have we met?
No.
Erik never met
Erik. You've never met Arun?
Not in
but
person.
They've communicated. I haven't even communicated with Rob. Like, I don't know him. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, Rob, that's funny you mention that because Rob told me, he's like, make sure he stays the fuck out of my DMs. He doesn't want any communication with you. So
pause, first of all. That is not what I'm trying to do at all. I don't even know why he would have to go on record and say that. But, like, we cool on that. But it's a biased fucking voting process.
I didn't mean in a relationship type way or fucking suggestive way.
I didn't say that. Just the whole entire thing.
Listen.
Unnecessary.
Wow.
And
we thought we had to worry about Aaron.
Process.
Unbelievable.
Look, I don't got an issue if that's what he wants. Just not my style.
Unbelievable.
Yo, great loss, New York Knicks.
Well, yeah.
Needed that loss.
118.98, man. They really blew it, right? Or 110.98.
110.98.
If I do that same poll to my audience, shit would have went down real different.
Right. You know why?
Shit would have went down real different.
Because
they know what's up. They're a more informed audience.
It's a bias.
Generally.
It's a biased vote, which is why having it on somebody that's a neutral party, and it's not even all the way neutral. You just made the case that like 3 people who were people of yours voted yes for you. 2. So like
it's on your platform.
My platforms, but they don't have to agree with me.
So they don't know me. So
it's not like I asked the question.
How many dudes polls that you don't know? Pause. Are you gonna go into and vote on if another dude got the best smile in the game or not? Like, you not pulling up to another person's poll and saying like, he absolutely do got the best smile in the game.
Notice the hypocrisy. This dude just paused about voting in a poll, and we're talking about a vote that has to do with best smile in the game.
Semantics.
Like, come on. What are we doing here? Yo, is that a Rolling Stone sweatshirt? Just wanted to know.
You damn right.
Is it?
Best sweaters in the game.
I was just wanted to make sure if it was.
I got your vote, Erik. Yeah, I got your
actual
vote.
Official Rolling Stones.
I got your vote.
Yo, fake a smile in the game. That's the stance that I'm taking.
Best thumbs up in the game. You already know.
I fucks with that opinion. I co-sign it. Right, you just can't.
Chicken wing champ. I got a couple aliases.
Yo,
you already know.
Saying that you have the best smile in the game is a very LeBron-ish kind of thing for you to do. It's like
Erik took this personal.
Proclaiming that
he's so angry about it.
Yo, proclaiming
angry,
antagonizing him.
He's so angry,
and now he can't get over it.
He's just mad because listen, Aaron, this is what it is. I'm gonna keep it real with you. He's just mad because I got best smile in the game. You got the best thumbs up in the game. And
Erik,
what is he working with right now? You know what I mean? He don't got like best
Erik's
what
gonna
in the
start
game.
flexing on you. Why?
Go ahead. I'm waiting
every week.
Best smile in the
that's
game.
That's it. It's over. Right, Erik? He ain't ready.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's another weekly dose. If it's worth talking about, we talking about it.
No politics.
Sir.
No politics podcast.
What we talking about? What we talking about?
Shit, man. Y'all taking y'all birth control?
That's crazy. That's a wild question. That's a wild question to ask. But
listen, it has not been clinically tested, or has it been?
Nah, I don't think so.
They're going into trials right now.
All right, so let it pass. Do that first, and then we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about male birth control pill that's been, I guess, approved to go to clinical trials.
Yep. Okay. So since this has been announced, I see a lot of people talking about like all for it. A lot of men are like, yo, birth control for men, what?
I mean, because it gives you a sense of like control now. You know what I mean?
True.
Rather than relying on, some shorty that you
True.
may or may not know. It depends on your relationship with her,
But you still have
like,
control
like,
if you use a condom.
Yeah, but I feel like.
But the thing is, like, committed relationships who don't want to use condoms but don't want a kid.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
And we all know women feel different ways about birth control. Some of them don't like
because it affects their
body
system.
or their period cycle, things like that. You know, so it's like,
it's a good point.
So some women don't want to, you know.
Notice the perspective I came from, a single guy who's not in a relationship. So the minute I thought it was like, yo, like, but if I'm smashing shorty, it's like
protect yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Times. Protect your neck.
Yeah.
But no, that's a fair point. I don't know. I think it's interesting though.
Say your neck. Say your neck.
Yo. But like, here's my issue with it. Like, I find it ironic that there's dudes that you're saying that just like can't wait to take it and want to take it, because it's like I would imagine, I don't know how side effects work, but like, what if the resulting side effect has to do, like, you're trying to prevent somebody from becoming pregnant, a female from becoming pregnant, but what if in the process of you doing that you actually cause damage
to yourself? Yeah, that's my red flags.
Okay, yeah.
Like, so how do you stop your sperm from working and then all of a sudden the sperm's gonna start working again?
Yeah.
Like,
I think so. So the initial excitement with like mad dudes is excited to take it. I just think that's like the surface level excitement. Because if this is like a foolproof kind of thing, like, oh, you just pop a pill, boom, you good for the night. Like, I think that's how they thinking about it. But I got the questions like, so are we killing the sperm cells? How long are they dying for? How long are they being killed for before they back up and running again? Like, how long, what's the side effects, like you saying? So, I mean, there's definitely more questions and more information will come out, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that I would be thinking about. You know what I mean? Like, so, and it's ironic. I mean, not to bring this up, but like, I do find it ironic that you have a lot of people who are like gung ho about getting and using a birth control pill for men, and then it's like, but then they want to be the first one to run and sign up for that, but then it's like, but yeah, like, when it comes to taking a vaccine, I'm totally opposed.
I didn't know that was where he was going. I thought he was going to talk about like even wearing condoms.
Well,
like
that's another
people
thing.
Are like hesitant to wear condoms these days, but I guess that's because of more how it affects the experience of sex. Whereas,
by the way, let me clarify.
Control, it wouldn't.
I am not this fucking vaccine whore or some fucking like vaccine Hitler.
Best vaccine whore in the game.
Yeah, I'm not out here advocating and getting on my
but
stone.
It's been
but I think it's interesting
thing where it's like probably the biggest thing in the world right now, besides maybe the war, is like been the vaccine battle. And
to be clear, there's valid reasons for people not wanting to take it and thinking in their mind that they might be passed on it. Same thing for the pill though. You know what I mean? But
but like you said, automatically it's funny that it's like embraced on like
so quickly.
WorkinGenius said, like on the surface level, everyone's like excited.
I think part of it is a joke too.
It's just a joke too.
It's like some funny shit. Like
men could do like
you don't got to put hot sauce in your condom afterwards no more.
Like take
if you're that worried. I mean, well, if you use a condom. Yeah.
Oh, you don't got to put hot sauce in there.
Yeah, but if you use a condom, you don't need the fucking birth control anyway. But but it's just an easy thing to like joke about.
Hell yeah!
So I think that's where it's at. But I mean, I definitely like that it's going to be an option, because now, like you said, if a woman doesn't want to take it, it shouldn't. The pressure shouldn't always just be on the woman to be on birth control and to be, you know what I mean? Like, before there was a little more balance. Like, more men will wear condoms. I feel like now you always hear about men not wearing condoms and shit like that.
At the end of the day, man, like I said,
like it's cool.
All these years, I'm 28 years old. I only got 2 kids. That's a good percentage right there.
You shooting like from like Steph Curry from the foul line.
Yeah, facts. I'm up there in the 90s.
Word. Nah, but I was gonna say though, like, have you thought about this? Like, once a pill comes to market and it's proven successful, and it's proven to be safe. Like, do you even think that women will ever take birth control pills ever again? Like, the power that a lot of women hold over men, and I'm not even trashing women by saying this, but it's like dudes would do anything in a lot of instances to hook up and become physical with a female. Like, they have a certain power over a lot of dudes and men. So it's like, knowing that, will some of them try to apply that? Be like, oh yeah, but like, I'm not going on birth control. Like, you got to go on birth control though.
Honestly,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But if they were smart and they took birth control already, like, don't just stop. Like, don't just think like, oh, okay, I could trust this man to take it. If you're taking it, like, trust yourself, like, protect yourself.
Just in the same way that a man shouldn't just blindly trust a woman who's like, I'm on the pill.
Exactly.
That's a great point. That's an excellent point. I was gonna say that this pill is really gonna bring out the hypocrisy in a lot of men. Because if a woman does ask a man to get on the pill, he's gonna be like, man, fuck out of here. What you mean? Like, he might be like that, and it's like, oh, but you expect me to be on the pill? Like, you know what I mean? What you say? What you say?
I said that shit makes my nipples hurt.
Yeah, like, it's
I ain't getting on that shit. You crazy?
Exactly. So I can see it bringing out the hypocrisy in men who, like, you know, the double standard. You know, they want their woman on birth control, but ain't willing to take.
I was trying to think of like what's the like thing that I could point out.
Yeah, no, nipples is correct. nipples is a good one.
Definitely. It's definitely a concern when you take a pill like that. Like, I hope my nipples don't get extra sensitive.
Yo,
can't have that happening.
Crazy. That's crazy.
A little erectile dysfunction, I'll deal with that.
I think it would be
cross the line
hilarious
at the nipples.
I think it would be hilarious.
Not even that. Nothing. I don't want nothing hurting.
I think it would be hilarious if some side effects of the pills was like it made men more like emotional, like just like more in touch with their feminine side. Because I mean, not that we know that it's killing like testosterone or like male hormones or anything,
but it might be.
You never know. Yeah, so like we don't know at this point. So
men start being emotional.
Start being more emotional.
Like, like the same way women be like, my period ain't right,
and so it fucks with me. Yeah,
something random for us could be like, who knows? I don't know. Like,
yo, this thought just popped in my head right now. So there's like a Chris Rock joke. That's a funny ass joke from one of his specials where he's kind of talking about, you know, the late night infomercials or the late night commercials that you see about like Viagra and all types of medicine, or like they have medicines and they have like hundreds of side effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So because legally they have to list them all, and it, you know,
may result in death.
Yeah. So he was just like talking about how weird those commercials are, and like the symptoms that they give you sometimes, how they casually say it. And he was like, I was watching TV one night late in the morning and I see this commercial come on, and he was like, and one of the symptoms was like, the guy was like, who was doing the voiceover was like, do you wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night? And I was like,
yeah.
I got that. That's me. I got that symptom.
Yeah.
Like, he was just poking fun at how like
they diagnose mad,
how general it could be, and how broad. And
exactly.
So basically, everyone fits in the fucking.
A lot of times
it can apply to anyone.
Exactly.
Word.
Yeah, facts.
But it definitely that shit is a mind fuck. Those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that shit is crazy, man. Fucking damn. I wanted to talk about something. I forgot.
You want to talk about Cesar, WorkinGenius, rigging the vote in his own poll?
Damn.
You want to talk about that?
We already talked about that.
I thought you want let me know if you want to recircle.
We could double back, because
I'm gonna run my own poll, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
All right, that's what we got to do tonight.
I mean, what is that going to prove? That his friends love him?
Numbers don't lie. Eric does.
They obviously do.
I'm gonna run a poll on my thumbs.
Numbers don't lie. Eric do.
I think you will get a way more honest assessment, because thumbs is just so out there. Like a smile.
Most people would say yes. I think most people say yes.
On the thumbs?
We gonna see.
I think,
but also
never know.
He also doesn't have
Some
competition.
People might just ignore it.
I think most people.
Who's out here pushing their thumbs?
I think.
Who's out here pushing thumbs?
I think Vicky would
thumbs.
vote fuck out of here on some real shit.
Oh no, definitely.
No, she already told me I got a perfect thumbs. Shit look just like the notification sign. The light.
Yo, my thumb don't bend back like that.
Yo.
Like my thumb don't.
You see, my shit perfect.
Mine does.
My thumb don't do that.
Mine does.
My thumb don't do that at all. I've always seen people's thumbs do that. Mine don't do that.
On that note, make sure you like, subscribe.
It's
comment.
a secret society. All we ask is trust.
What I lack in thumb flexibility, I got in the smile.
Yeah.
So. Moving on.
So y'all heard that Pusha T?
Fire.
Pusha
I just
T
heard what I've heard in y'all stories.
Jay.
I haven't even heard it yet. I was listening to the Strokes all day.
Best track, I think, so far of the so I don't even know, is the Pharrell I Know Nego song on Nego's album? That was a song for Nego?
Yeah, that was on Nego's album. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though.
To Hear Me Clearly.
That shit was hard. I'm not gonna lie though. I love Diet Coke. It's a dope record. But
this one's better.
But I was gonna say the Nego record, I think, might be better in some ways to me. Lyrically, I think the Nego, like, he's snapping on a Nego record.
Nah, that Diet Coke got a different.
It's the vibe. It's the flow.
Wit. It's more of like,
but his raps in the Nego song to me are superior. My opinion.
Yeah, I would have to hear them like
because he's more floating on Diet Coke. He says things here and there, but it's more about the flow and the feel, like you said.
It's more about the flow and the feel. Yeah, I would have to listen to them and compare them, but I enjoy both. But overall, like, I don't even know if I could put this new song with Jay over Diet Coke because, like, I just love them all.
Nah, it's definitely over Diet Coke. This one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the song we're talking about, Pusha T, Neck and Wrist, featuring Jay-Z, produced by Pharrell.
Yeah, I still haven't heard it, but from all the clips y'all been playing in y'all stories, I'm like, nah, this shit's hard.
So it released.
I just didn't take the time to listen.
It released yesterday. Well, actually, this morning, 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So that would be April 6th. Yeah. So it's gonna be off the new Pusha T album. Do you remember the name of the album?
Fuck.
He said it today too on his IG.
All I know is I think it's coming out like next week or some shit. Or
damn, it's coming out next week. Sheesh.
Nah, I'll look it up.
I realize.
I want to get this. I want to get this correct.
Neptune's produced.
Oh,
which Neptune's and Kanye are producing his album half and half.
So it's called
he's in his bag.
The album is called It's Almost Dry.
It's Almost Dry. Yeah. Yep.
So, first of all,
I like that name.
Yeah, because it goes into his
it's a drug reference.
Persona. It's about his work being almost dry.
Oh, okay,
I'm ready to push.
Yeah, I know I'm not well versed.
Yeah.
Yo, don't.
Like, what am I missing?
Don't ever disrespect the king of the Pyrex, yo.
It's
how am I? How is that at all?
Don't ever disrespect. Don't ever disrespect the Rob Report of the Snort. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. One of the greatest rappers of all time. Like, don't ever play yourself.
Damn, sunset of all time.
Yeah.
One of the greatest rappers of all time. He is. I'm not saying artist, but he's one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Put a number on it.
Yes.
I'll put it this way. I've said this before. It's gonna be considered controversial in some sectors, but he's better than Fabulous. He's better than Jada, and I love Jada. He's better than both of them.
That's tough.
He's better than both of them.
I'm okay with Fabulous.
I'm okay with Fab.
Listen, think long and hard about the Jada. Remove the Bad Boy era. Remove all the big records that you remember him for, and break it.
I'm sorry, but why are we removing?
Because I'm talking about rapper. I'm not talking about the you had more number ones. This is not a versus, right? we're talking about skill level. And when we're talking about skill level,
I still think it's pretty even.
I'm not saying it's a whitewash, but I'm planting my flag in the sand.
I think Pusha himself would be like, nah, Jada.
Yo,
Eric, I hate your opinion. That's what Pusha would be like.
Eric,
I like it.
What did Alicia Keys answer on Drink Champs when they asked her this question? And Alicia Keys is Swiss Beats' husband. She's a hip hop head. Don't dismiss her. Don't dismiss her.
I wasn't gonna dismiss her.
How dare you?
I was gonna question why. I was gonna question why, like, her singular opinion is the one to like be like, and I rest my case. Like,
well, I didn't say it was I was resting my case.
No, I know, but that's how I felt.
What did she say?
Was like, what did Alicia Keys
they asked her Jada or Pusha T when they were doing Quick Time with Slime, and she paused. She's like, "Oh man." And then she was like, Pusha T.
Talking to the screen, I was
and
like,
she was like, Pusha T. And then Nori was even surprised, like, "Yo, like your man's is a Rough Rider." And stuff. Yeah, and then when she got on the speakerphone with him when they called, or the FaceTime when Swiss called, she mentions like, yeah. Oh no, Nori mentioned, he was like, yo, she voted for Pusha T over Jada. She's like, I know, I made a mistake. Blah, blah. Nah, it wasn't a mistake.
She made a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake.
It wasn't a mistake. You don't make mistakes like that. And if that was a beautiful mistake to make.
And I rest my case.
Nah. Nah, and here's the only thing I'm gonna say. Last thing I'm gonna say. The reason I say that is just in terms of rap, he's been more consistent throughout his career. I could tell you a lot of mid Jadakiss verses where he appeared on other people's records and it was like, it was cool, whatever.
But that's because Pusha has made himself exclusive.
Listen, he's bad. Listen, his fucking
it's almost like picking your spots where
that's like saying where Pusha has 100 records.
Yeah, it's like when your catalog is greater.
10,000.
When your catalog is greater, you're gonna have more misses.
I disagree.
Right?
You know why I disagree? It's because Jada has been. I mean, Pusha T in the last 10 years has been on more high profile records than Jada has, with bigger names, being a part of good music.
So?
No, but it's not about sometimes it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And when you're on those records, you got to step up to the plate and perform. Jada hasn't had that since the Rough Riders Bad Boy days where he was on songs with monsters left and right. Jada does like what he does. And I'm telling you, I love Jada, one of the greatest from New York City.
You put Jada on a song now with any of those dudes, he's still going to.
I'm not saying he can, but I'm just saying he has more misses in terms of verses over the last decade than Pusha has, if we're talking about that. So when I look at it, look, Pusha's been in the game since 2002. It's almost 20 years. Actually, before that, he was like 99, 2000. So like, we're not talking about somebody who's been around 5 years only. Like, just because he doesn't have the same discography as Jada, he's had plenty of opportunities to sound whack on record.
I mean, plenty. If you wanted to say Pusha has the better discography,
well, that's not even a question, though.
Pusha definitely
he has better albums than him.
From clips to solo, he hasn't missed.
He has better albums than Jada. Jada's not an album artist.
No, I will say
Jada's not an album artist.
But when we're comparing the skills, like you said, take away all that other shit.
Who got more flows? Who got more flows? Jada can't do a record like that, like the one with Jay-Z. When does Jada ever sounded like that on a record?
Jada could.
Fam.
Jada could.
Now you bugging.
Jada would do
I love Jada.
Jada would body that beat.
No, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. Jada cannot do a record like that record with Jay. The wrist and neck. He doesn't do he's never attempted or even done a flow like that. He's never sounded like that on the hook.
Wifey in the bubble, like I'm still typing.
Yo, come on, bro. You proving my point. You proving my point.
Nah, but Jada, that sounds like a Jada bar. Jada wrote that shit.
Yo, I respect your opinion though. Nah. You said both. That's cool. You think Jada? I respect it.
No,
I don't think it's like crazy. I don't think it's like crazy. Like, I think you have a case, but I don't think, like, if I don't choose one, I'm gonna lean middle, like both kind of thing, like Aaron did. But like, I don't think it's like clearly, definitively Pusha the way you're saying.
But that's not to take away. Pusha is still one of the greatest rappers. So is Jada though.
Yeah.
Now there's different levels. Are they in my top 5 as greats? No. Are they in my top 10? There's some arguments for some of them to be in the top 10. Top 15, I feel like they're in that realm. Top 20 for sure, these dudes.
Top 20. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also the
like
I also guess it's the criteria. If we're talking about lyricists, are we talking about like just rapper in general, like artists? Like it's a lot of parameters that you could kind of get into. Which is why greatest rapper of all time lists kind of get weird after a while, because it's like, what are you voting the basis on? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a very broad kind of subject. But yeah. So I mean, I just feel I grew up listening to the Lox and the Lox mixtapes and the Bad Boy era and the Rough Rider era. Like, I love Jada. I'll put it this way: there's always what's even more interesting debate in some ways, the Jada Styles debate. There's always been a debate, like either, and then you have people who are team Sheek Louch who think Sheek Louch gets underlooked and he be bodying records.
I think it's fair to say he gets underlooked.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm saying in terms of favorite. Yeah, but the majority.
Yeah, but in terms of like to say he's the favorite, it would be kind of crazy.
Nah, but those are just people with bias. Like, oh, I like him the best.
I'm sure there are people.
It's like, you know who I look at Sheek Louch like? He's like the Tony Yayo of the Lox in some ways. Like, you got the two guys who are the heads of the thing. Yeah. Like 50 and Banks, Jada and Styles. You know, it's not the cleanest comparison, but
no, I get you.
I get you. In order of like number 1, 2, 3,
like rank
talent wise, he's way better than Tony Yayo.
Oh yeah,
this comes from someone who bought Tony. Yeah,
he's better than Tony Yayo.
I like.
Yeah, we're not even comparing talent. We're just comparing like how like the setup of each kind of.
And I fucks with Tony. I fucks with Tony Yayo. Like Tony Yayo, like when he's on his grimy shit, like he has standout. He has some standout. Yeah. You know, like So Seductive was fire, by the way. That single, that beat.
Certified hit.
Like, he had joints on there.
Word.
But nah, so I just feel like, Pusha has shown, like, you can say, in the same way you can say about Jada, people have made the argument that Pusha is one-dimensional. All he talks about is drug rap and stuff. But like, what people fail to realize, in the same way that a 50 Cent, in the same way that a Cam or Jim Jones is giving you that hustler street rap, Pusha's also doing it, but he's also doing lifestyle raps along with it, and he's kind of stood on that corner and he's embraced it. He didn't run from it because he knows he does it fucking good. And I respect something about the fact of somebody recognizing what they do great and just being like, I'm going to own this corner and this property, and I'm going to plant my flag here. And it's like, I'm going to be known as the best that ever did it in this area. He's like, you know what I mean? So like, you got Ross was another one.
But there was a point where he tried to be a little more well-rounded on that. Was that My Name Is My Name?
Oh, he got the Chris Brown record. He got like some other.
And people didn't really like him trying to do that. So that could have been the point where he was like, you know what, fuck that. What I'm great at, I'm great at. And then that's when he did a lot of features, the Daytona.
He has some poppy songs. He has some poppy. He had the song with Justin Timberlake. On Justin Timberlake's first album, the clips appear on Justified.
On it. Yeah, they had Faith Evans on a song.
But when even the Chris Brown record I was talking about on My Name Is, that was a hard beat though.
Yeah, even the songs that he was trying to be more well-rounded that people might not like, I liked. You know what I'm saying? I liked, like, didn't he have a record with Mace?
I don't know.
I might be thinking Cruel.
But what y'all think about the Jay-Z verse on there? This is this is what the first time. What was the last time we heard Jay-Z?
Haven't heard it.
With the Nas record?
I think it was the Nipsey Hussle. Oh no, yeah, the Khaled with Nas.
And at that time, they were saying
last time I heard him was on Donda.
Oh shit, you're right.
Matter of fact,
it's Jail.
Yeah, Donda. And the Nipsey shit might have came out after the Nas record on the soundtrack for the Black Panther movie.
It did. It came after Nipsey. Yeah.
It came after the Khaled record. So it was Donda, the Nipsey.
He killed the Nipsey record, by the way. My lord.
Yes.
So
and Donda. He swagged Donda out. It wasn't like the most lyrical, but it was a good
Did you
message.
like his better than the?
I didn't
addressed his situation.
I didn't love Jay-Z's verse on
Donda.
Donda.
I didn't like.
I thought it was cool,
Donda?
but I prefer the baby version.
I did also.
I
prefer the baby's version.
I prefer the baby's version.
The first time I heard it, it was them mending fences. They've been at ARTZ, so it was like he addressed.
But take the emotion out.
He shouted
take
out
the emotion
Donda.
out though.
Yeah. Nah.
Ignore the fact that you was crying that they reunited.
I felt like the baby roasted the occasion and just he did his flow, his energy was there. He bodied.
I loved how the baby sounded with his flow.
But
yeah.
With that said, when I listened to Jay's version of Jail on Donda, I like it now more than I did when I first heard it. I'll say that. So I don't know what that means. It's just more listens. Maybe I'm like, all right, I could dig it. I see what he was doing more so now. Initially, I felt like he's kind of offbeat on it a little bit. Like he's doing this pause thing. And he's done that at times. And me and you had a conversation about this, Aaron, where I was telling you, we were comparing Nas. We were comparing Nas and Jay-Z. And I said, yo, I'm not going to lie, though, of late, if we really being honest and compare the last few verses from Jay-Z, like some of them were like questionable. And if you look at Nas's last 3 bodies of work, like he's like found the fountain of youth and is rejuvenated in ways that we didn't think was possible for somebody who's almost 50 and has been in the game for like 30 years.
And what was my point?
But then you play me the Nipsey song, which I totally forgot about. Because I was telling you about the Jail record, and then I mentioned the record that he had with Nas on the Khaled album, and I was like, like I love Jay. It's like it's not the worst thing, but it's like it's nothing that's like making me feel like, yo, this is crazy.
And I also compared it kind of like same thing with Pusha and Jada. I was like, Nas definitely sounds like he still has that hunger, or he's regained that hunger. But he has 2 albums compared to Jay dropping
3
features.
albums.
You know what I mean?
King's Disease 1, 2, now, and Magic. But I say that all to say, Jay did body this verse. He did body his verse, and unfortunately, you haven't heard it in full, Cesar. But so like he has.
Y'all want to talk? I'll mute up and I'll listen. I'll get back to you in like 45 seconds.
I mean, we could do that if you want.
That was fire. His whole flow on this shit is fire.
So yeah, so pretty much Jay body that shit. He's been
thoughts.
Like you said,
thoughts.
I was more impressed with Pusha. I'm gonna be honest.
He was more impressed with Pusha.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, cause like Jay's verse was like, first of all, Pusha's flow was crazy on that. Like,
yeah,
I love what he did on that shit. And Jay's verse, I felt like he kind of wanted to play into that a little, like the same kind of little flow a little bit. But I didn't. But because Pusha, I had just heard Pusha do it, I was like, it didn't hold a candle to that. But not that he probably wasn't trying to do it the same way Pusha did it, obviously. So I respect that. But because I had just heard it coming off the Pusha shit, I was like,
break down what Jay's saying.
No, what he's saying exactly. Like, I get what you're saying. And I already seen Erik posted this shit on his story too. The Phase On Love shit.
And he said I wouldn't listen to Reason because like a lot of people, and I think Phase On might have said like, I ain't never listened to Reasonable Doubt or something like that. You know?
Phase On Love, the comedian, had a
those was bars at the start.
Had an interview with was it Vlad TV?
Vlad TV,
where he took shots at Jay and saying that his drug deal, like his drug deal past was a bunch of bullshit, basically.
I've heard that before.
So
what y'all think about that?
That's a bunch of people that don't know what the fuck they talking about.
I don't think it matters one way or the other because it's proven that like everybody takes everybody takes creative liberties in their raps anyway.
Yeah, but I also think it's definitely a different case if like there's people that like take the like liberty to say, you know, certain shit, but then there's people that like say it and then they claim it as their like actual lifestyle.
Yeah, but
so
it's
that's
also
the part where it's like, no, I was gonna say like someone like Lil Tecca, for example, like says shit and then he'll be honest that like, nah, I don't do shit like that at all. He has that funny ass like Genius interview where he's breaking down his lyrics and he's like something he might have said something in Paris or some shit and he's like, I ain't never been to Paris in my life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And he's just
like,
talking
I'll beat
shit.
your ass. He said some shit when I see it.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't really trying to fight and shit. Like,
yeah, like it's just
might not know how to fight type shit. Like,
yeah. So I respect that because it's like, yeah, you taking like the liberty to say shit for the art, but you're not like claiming that life that you're actually.
But something
of that
I wanted
life.
to say though was that it's a lot different when Jay says in 80 something I was in London with the Benzes, and then he posts a picture of himself in 80 something in London with the Benzes.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
I'm not saying he's lying. You know what I mean?
It's different also when you get people saying like Mary J. Blige saying, I pulled up to the studio and Jay gave me $10,000 in a brown paper bag, straight cash, and asked me to lay the verse, and I laid it. I didn't even really know who he was.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So like you'll hear stories.
You know what I'm saying?
So you'll hear stories like like that are kind of like, I mean, sounds like facts, but then that's why I'm wondering, like, then we're hearing stories that of people that say otherwise. So it's like, you know, it's just a bunch of like stories.
Yeah, everybody has stories that build in mythology and stuff like that. Like,
that might get rappers, a little exaggerated, maybe. Well,
look at 50 Cent, right? He got shot 9 times. Well, technically speaking, he got shot at 9 times, but only hit him a few times. I mean, enough to kill him for sure, but you know, like, yeah. He got shot at 9 times.
They all got shot at more than 9 times and got hit 9 times.
Nah, it's the other way around. I'm almost 100% positive about that. So
that's another one.
Fact check.
I could be falling into because I was young with 50 when he got shot and shit.
But here's some of these lines on the J verse while y'all look that up though. So you got the phase on love. He says the phase.
He was shot 9 times all over his body, including his legs, hands, arms, face, and chest.
I know, but like you gotta find the article. It's been written a couple times, and like it's a regular Google.
You remember there was this mixtape that came out. Fuck, I forgot the name. It was a yellow mixtape, and it had a DVD part of it. Right? It was like a mixtape, official CD in Tile Records. Right, and it had like songs with Red Cafe, 50, or that had a DVD, and 50 dead counted and showed all the bullet holes. His hand, his legs, his face, his back.
Yeah, you trying to phase on love 50 Cent right now.
I'm saying though, like, but that's something like different. Like with 50, like I would also believe that maybe he didn't get hit 9 times.
Yeah. I could believe, and it's just the mythology of it, and you phrase it a certain way, and boom.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It builds the story, it builds your narrative. I get it.
Yeah, he didn't get shot 9 times. They all didn't hit. That's my whole point. He got shot at 9 times, yes, but they all didn't hit him in his body.
Who's your source?
I'm telling you, when I find it,
trust me, bro. The streets,
okay. The streets is talking,
bro.
They've been talking since 2001. He got shot at 9 times. He didn't get hit 9 times. Nah, I'm telling you, he got shot at fucking 16 times. The whole
5 times.
The whole clip.
5 times. Not only.
Okay,
it's been reported 5 out of the 9 times.
5's still alive.
I'm not. Listen, you get shot 1 time, you could die. So like, I'm not sitting here trying to discredit him. But it was part of the marketing plan that went behind it. So it's like, yeah, I got shot at 9 times. I got shot 9 times.
I agree with the overall point, regardless.
Yeah, but but yeah, like y'all really made me look that shit up. Anyway,
nah, I still don't believe it. He got hit 9.
I don't think it's
Yo, but
I ran through like 8 articles. He picked one. He picked the one that supported his theory.
Nah, but Jay was talking some slick shit though on there. Like the line he got, I love that whole thing where he's like, rappers liars. I don't do satire. Neither I know my wrist move mockingly. Y'all spend Y'all spend real money on fake watches. Shockingly, they put me on lists with these ninjas inexplicably. I put your mansion on my wall. Are you shitting me? I blew bird money. Y'all taking Twitter feed. Y'all talking
Bird,
Twitter
another
feed.
Drug reference.
We've got sob stories. Sobs back in the day, the 90s, like that was the vehicle. Yeah. Save your soliloquies. Like, the only criticism I have is like I kind of didn't like how the beat dropped and he kind of ended it, but then he picked it back up right before it finished. I thought that was a little weird.
Okay.
But that could be just more of a production thing. It might have not sounded as weird, but nah,
but also I love that he took the time to poke at everyone who does like what we just did. Like, yeah, but people over exaggerate things. He poked at that shit. Like, even when people, growing up in New York, you got your Jay-Z lovers, your Jay-Z haters. You know how many Jay-Z haters I've been around? I'm like, if Tupac and Biggie was still alive, Jay-Z would be nothing.
That's such a weird argument to
when
make.
Big was alive, he loved Jay. He thought Jay was the next great thing. What are you talking about?
Right.
You know?
And you're talking, to be specific, you're talking about the line where he says, so we got different sob stories. Save your soliloquies. They like, if Big was alive, Hove wouldn't be in his position. If Big has survived, y'all will have got the commission. Hove was gonna always be Hove. It was the universe will cause. Allah said so, and now I'm here. So like, he's basically saying what was destined to be was destined to be. Like, and but what's interesting though is like you said, like a lot of people have said that they called him a biter. He's responded to it. I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others. When I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother. Big enough to do it. Yeah, so big like
enough. I'm that thorough.
Yeah. Yeah. So
plus I know my own flow is foolish. But Jay body that shit. But I get also like how WorkinGenius said like fucking
just call me WorkinGenius.
I'm fuck it, why not? I'm not gonna call you Cesar, like nigga.
Well, you could have called me Junebug. You don't call me Cesar in real life. I usually
call you Junebug, but like sometimes I don't want.
Do you prefer being called Junebug over Cesar?
I don't have a preference. I'm used to him calling me Junebug.
You know what?
That's the only thing that makes sense for my brain when it goes through it. Is like,
I'll tell you.
Out of all the episodes we've done, today's the only episode I've decided to call him WorkinGenius since we've been recording the podcast.
Yeah, like I don't feel like I've heard you say it in a while. That's why when you said it,
the feeling that you have saying WorkinGenius must be the same feeling I get when I call my older brother, Rennie. Like you see, y'all call him and call him Rennie and stuff, but like I never call him Rennie unless I'm trying to tell you who I'm talking about. But like, even though our family name for him is Chinky, like that's what I've always called him as a kid, like, which is a whole other conversation for a highly offensive fucking nickname to give to a child. But
it's like art.
Different era.
That's not on your conscience.
Different era, people. He would have got canceled at
didn't name him. You didn't name him.
I didn't. Yeah. He would have got canceled at like 5 years old.
In my family, when we gave ARTZ a nickname, it was Nene. We literally called him the baby boy.
Yeah. Wild generic. But it works. Yeah. One is racist, one is kind of generic. It's like but
so
what's your nickname? You got a nickname, Erik?
My grandmother, rest in peace, grandmother on my mom's side, she used to call me Ereco. So basically she just made it Spanish. She took my name Erik.
Oh, it's just Erik. Okay.
And called me Ereco.
That's funny.
Like she just remixed it basically.
Yeah.
Or Erik would be the way in most Latin people would pronounce Erik, but she used to just call me Ereco.
That's funny.
My Latin side of the family, my dad's grandmother, my great grandmother, used to call me Coquito.
That's fire.
That's a good one. That's fire.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty fair, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Besides like me and my pops, we're the only like light ones.
Y'all want to laugh? My younger brother's nickname, well, we call him Drew as a family, but as a kid, my mother's aunt, my grandmother's sister, she used to call him Ojo de Gallina.
That's eye of the...
Yeah, eye of the chicken.
Oh, wait. Gallina is how you say chicken?
Yeah, it's another way of saying it, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that ever in my life.
What does that mean, though?
Yeah.
Like, why is she referring to him as that? Like, what happened?
I have no idea. It's like, you got to understand, like, my mom's side of the family, they're from, like, the part of Puerto Rico that's very, like, more rural mountain people. So, like, they have their own culture. It's very...
But when you say it in Spanish, it sounds very cute.
Thanks.
I'm saying in terms of if I was calling my son dad or a kid dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But
and then my one of my aunts, her husband always called me Big A when I was a kid.
Yeah, so
what up, Big A?
Gallina is hen.
With your little ass.
That's the literal translation.
Being called Big A.
Big A.
And I was mad short always.
Yeah, but bro, that instills like confidence. You know, that's like the kind of thing, you know, I would like to do for my, you know, younger, whether it's my kids or my nephews.
Yo, where were we going with this conversation though? Like, I had a point behind this.
Actually, I was saying that I understand how Junebug could hear basically like the record and feel like more impressed with Pusha. That's where I was going.
Gotcha.
No, but the nickname thing, like, how did we get there? I'm trying to remember.
Because he called me.
Because I called him WorkinGenius.
Oh, that's right. Yep. But I was gonna say, like, I never call you Junebug. So, Aaron, anytime
you don't really say my name, pause, at all, though, right? You don't really have reason
in
to.
the podcast.
I've said it in the podcast.
He always calls you Cesar.
Yeah,
he does. You're right.
I take notes.
But that's what I was saying. I was gonna say I never call you Junebug because I was thinking, well, it might be disrespectful to call him a family name. Like, I'm not, like, some people might say, like, oh, the only people who call me that name are my mother, my grandmother, like I get so, like, I didn't know if it was one of those deals. I was trying to, like, you know, be respectful.
Yeah, be sensitive.
And my mindset right now is like, let me call him WorkinGenius, because at some point, like, we're gonna have eyes on us, and like, what if random people in the street is just like, yo, Junebug, and like,
I don't think they will. I mean, I would hope that our audience is like kind of intelligent enough to understand like that's not how the shit works. Like, you don't just you call me whatever I kind of present myself as. You don't start calling people by, you know, like that's like if someone comes up to you and calls you Coquito, like, and you're just like, all right, chill. Like, I get what you're saying, but relax. Like,
I'll be like,
call me faking no moves because that's how you know me.
Wait a minute. You know my great grandma.
First of all, let's be honest. Nobody's gonna call Junebug Genius in the street. They're gonna shorten it to working. They're gonna drop the genius part out, and they're gonna call you faking.
I've heard both. I've gotten both. I've gotten cutting off the genius, and I've gotten cutting off the working.
True.
I've gotten both.
I've only gotten faking. Nobody's like,
and this is from like random people. Moves. Like, nah, that's disrespect. That's disrespect. If somebody comes up to you in the street,
yo,
and calls you that, bro, that's disrespect.
Yo. I'm gonna start calling you no moves to get on your fucking nerves.
But on the flip side, I've never been able to be like, yo, I'm faking no moves. Like,
no, that's weird. I mean? I never introduced myself as WorkinGenius.
And one time I did, though, I didn't say faking no moves. I was like, yeah, someone wanted, like, we was exchanging like information, and I didn't really want them to know my name, so I was like, put faking, and they were like, faking, like. I'm like, yeah, just put it. It's short for faking no moves. And they're like, oh, okay. Because when you said faking, I'm like, wait a minute, you be faking shit? Like,
nah, you just say he don't fake no moves.
Thanks.
I don't ever tell people like WorkinGenius. But yeah, nah. I mean, I prefer people call me whatever, like, however you were introduced to me, Erik. Like, that's how.
Yeah, Junebug.
However,
that's
most you feel natural. All, yeah.
Like, when we would talk, like, I would mention Junebug. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, I wouldn't call you Cesar.
And you would say it because that's how you were introduced to me.
Exactly.
Through Aaron, who says Junebug. Yes, it's not disrespectful or nothing. In my opinion.
But I don't know why this makes me think of the dude who passed away and his family kind of brought his body to the club.
That was a strong segue, Aaron. I can't even tell. I can't even tell if he was being legitimately honest that it made him think of it, or if he was just trying to find the smallest connection he could make, like family. Oh, we're talking about family.
Legitimately, I almost forgot about it, and then I started thinking about family, like you said, how like certain things are close, and you know, it's more comfortable with family.
That's too close.
Doing or saying shit. But like something like this where like you see the interview and the mom and the sister are like, this is how I know he would have want to be celebrated.
Wait, so explain to people, because I know what you're talking about.
There was a family in Maryland,
the DMV area. I just know it's the DMV area.
It's DC for sure.
DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
The kid was a rapper. Well, he was like 20, young man, you know, 20 something. He was a rapper. He got shot. You know, unfortunately, he passed away. And his family, for his funeral, they decided, well, I don't know, maybe they might have given him a traditional funeral, but ultimately it ended with them bringing his body propped up, standing on stage to a club and just partying. And like honoring him.
He had a wake. He had a wake at a strip club.
I'm laughing just because you said they brought him, they put him up, and he was there partying.
I said he was on the stage while everybody was partying.
Oh, okay.
He was posted up.
In my brain, that's how I heard it.
He was posted up against the wall. Literally.
Yeah, he was posted
up.
He
was vibing, bro. Come on.
Yeah. That's
not trying to disrespect the dead.
No. We're not disrespecting the dead.
He was literally posted up against the wall.
Bro, I understand it looks crazy, but I also understand like
I also understand wanting to go out like that.
His family honored him. Like,
yeah, they honored him how they felt
that was
or
his
knew.
Style, like fuck it, he went out kind of like his family knew him and did what they felt
was right for him. That he would have fucked with. I appreciate
when you reach heaven and you're looking down at your family, you know, making preparations for your funeral. Well, let me finish this. God forbid, right? Let's get that out the way. This is all hypothetical. Hypothetical.
This is 100 years from now.
I want to look down. If I'm in the club, my wife better be twerking on my dead body.
That's crazy.
I swear to God.
If
I bring my body to the club and I can see from heaven, my wife better be throwing it on me.
What if you tip over and
like,
bro, my G, like that's the weirdest shit.
I ain't
twerking on you and you just like
put me on the floor and start doing something.
Like,
put me on the floor, girl.
Nah,
put me on the floor.
That's crazy. Nah, but like, yeah, I could respect it. They did what they thought would be right for him. But I mean, what was the hypothetical? You didn't even finish the full hypothetical.
Shouts to Aaron.
I destroyed his hypothetical.
Yeah, he really did. It's the first mention of necrophilia on a podcast ever in history. He wants his wife to twerk on a dead body, even though it's his dead body. Like, yo.
As long as it's my dead body.
Bro,
that's I'm not saying I want that, but if the circumstances turned out where my body's in the club and my family,
I was gonna say, how would you feel if they took you to like your favorite chicken wing spot or something like that while they ate and had
that would be fire
while they ate and had a family dinner while you're posted up there in the little booth?
Well, honestly, I don't know if I want to be buried. So if I get cremated, bring my urn to the chicken spot.
The worst part is that I'm not even thinking about bodies being propped up. I'm thinking about like the skeleton niggas that you see in the science class. Like that's who I'm picturing at like these tables and shit.
But like I was gonna mention that, and then you took it somewhere else with your wife twerking on your dead body in the club. Like I respect it though. Hey, if that's how you want to go out, like
nah, that's not how I want to go out. But if circumstances happen.
I mean,
you better.
I don't think I care either way. Like at that point, I'm gone. Like it don't matter. Like even if I'm looking down, like as long as they honor me, they honor me. As long as it's not something like that, I feel like they got me in the club and I'm not a club goer type shit. And I was I feel like y'all did that for you more than y'all did that for me, kind of thing.
Yeah. Here's how I look at it, though.
But Erik put it in terms that would kind of make sense for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, like with the chicken spot, because I love chicken wings.
Exactly.
But I would say, like, yo, fuck it. Like,
for me personally,
Throw some hot sauce on my
unless
shit.
that person unless that person requested that before their death and there was a conversation being had about how they want to go out, or unless you are really, really in tune with their beliefs and their way of thinking, and you know for sure that they wouldn't have an issue with that, I don't think that's something that you just like decide to do.
Come up with.
Yeah, like, because that's just wild to me. Like, I've seen people like photos of people like who love motorcycles and they have them fixed on a motorcycle in a position like they're riding it.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, like I've seen stuff like that. Like I've seen interesting ways to kind of send your final goodbyes. But like, to me, it's like that's just a personal decision with the families or whatever. But like, I would imagine some of those circumstances create definite heated discussions. Like, what, you gonna put my son in a fucking nightclub?
Not, but his mom put him in the.
It's got to be some shit that
did?
they say.
They interviewed his mom and his sister,
Wow.
and they were like, "If you don't like it, don't comment on it because this is what my son would have wanted. This is what my brother would have wanted. He was a legend.
Yeah. So it's one
he went
thing.
out and all his people wanted to show out for him, and my brother, this is how he would have.
So
wanted.
it's one thing to if they like took it upon themselves to assume like this is what he would have wanted versus him like saying it like, "Yo, when I go, I want to be in the club," like, you know what I mean, like on some shit like that. Then it's like
they never said that he did say that though.
That he did
They're
say
just
it.
Saying this. They saying like this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You're taking like liberties.
Senses of like he told me this.
That's what
like,
I mean. If you're saying like this is what he would have wanted, you're like making the assumption. So like, I mean, they know him better than anyone, you would assume. So they could be assuming right. But I wouldn't. I don't think I would like take that upon myself to make that decision.
So let me ask you this: do you think 2 Chainz would have any problem with when he dies, them burying him under the Louis store? Like, would that be an issue?
Yes, that was just a dumb song.
Oh no,
but is it a dumb song?
It sounded real.
I was convinced.
He also said, "When all I want for my birthday is a big booty."
That's not. Is that not correct?
Is that not a?
Do you not think? Do you think he was bluffing?
Is that not a reasonable request on your birthday?
Propaganda.
Exactly.
Like.
So if his family was like, "Yo, because of that song, we're gonna bury him under the Louis store," like that might be like
he has it in writing.
But if his family is like saying this is what he would have wanted, who are we to challenge?
That's what I mean.
Closest family,
we can't really say.
So it is.
It's a family decision.
I draw the line at them burying him because of the song. But if they said this is what he would have wanted, I personally am like, I don't know. That's kind of stupid, but.
But how do you know
his family believes it?
The DMV kid was a rapper? So how do you know that they didn't gather that from a lyric he spit from a bar?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
And to me, it's like I might not think it's the best thing to have a dead body in the club. It's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
But when the context we put it in was like, if it was your body, so that's why I went left. How I went left, like, well, then my wife better be twerking on me. But ultimately, I don't agree with like, don't bring no dead body to the club, like, you know, like,
crazy.
Yeah. If my homeboy, like one of my homeboys, like died and stuff like that, I would support the decision to kind of like, if he loved, if he loved the strip club, let's say, and he loved like the wings at the strip club for whatever reason, like put him near the buffet, you know, like that's where he would have been standing anyway. It's like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't know. At this point, it's just like, it's just a body at that point. So everything you doing with it, like you doing it for you at that point.
Is it desecration though? Is it desecration to do something like that?
What does that mean?
Like,
I guess that means like,
are you
disrespectful of the dead?
Yeah, like are you kind of crossing the line when you do that to somebody's, even though they're not there?
I think they have to make the request. I think they have to actually make the request. Like, yo, this is what I want when I die if I die. And that's how you make that decision. But if you're just like going about it like, I think this
I'm gonna say,
want it. Like,
if,
I'm like,
God forbid, something happened to me and they did some special shit and my body ends up in the club, just come through. Party, boys. Let's go.
I would feel hella weird. I'm not pulling up.
Celebrate my life. Fuck it. You know I love hip hop. Play all that Pusha. Play all that
But we
Jay.
could go to the club without your body. you useless in the club.
And if you go to the club without my body, fuck it.
That's what I mean. Like it could be two separate things. We could celebrate you separately.
We don't gotta one out in the club for the dead homies. Literally,
niggas is pouring it at your feet.
Like, so where do you cross the line though?
On your head.
Where do you cross the line though? Like, what if dudes are coming up to you and are taking selfies? Like,
yeah, see, that's crazy.
Well, a video leaked.
Video
leaked. This easily could have been between them, and no one would have known.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, they actually went to him on a night where the club was full of people who weren't like. If they didn't rent that out
in the club,
if it wasn't a private thing, then I'm not saying it's right.
How does a non-private event at a club allow a dead body in?
Yeah, it had to be.
It's got to be private and rented out. Like,
unless they
pay a DJ.
Unless they just agree.
Really one of them knows the club owner type shit.
With the club.
Well, if he was a popular rapper in the area,
here, we're gonna do it. We're gonna celebrate his life. Like, who knows? But like, fuck, I was gonna say something. Damn. Popping bottles. Nah.
Pouring.
Oh, I draw the line at. I don't even think it's appropriate. Like, I really don't. Like, to take a picture at a funeral of a fucking.
Oh yeah.
Of someone in a casket, like that is drawing the line. So, if someone was to jump on stage and be like,
yeah, that would be crazy to me. I even have a problem with like pictures, like with the hands. Like when someone's passing away, like I hate, like I get it.
I don't have a problem with that.
But like this, I'm even more sensitive to it. So like there's no way I'm not getting to the club. Like, but I even have a problem with like the pictures taking the hands and like I don't even like that. That feels like too like invasive to me in a way. So like this, I'm not getting to the club. You know what I'm talking about?
Things
with the
like
hands,
that,
right?
yeah.
Like taking a picture with someone like on their like hospital bed, their deathbed or something, and
I don't got a problem with it. I just think it's very like sad and emotional when I like if I do see it, you know.
Yeah,
it's hard to react to it properly.
I feel weird about it because
I only have an issue with it if you set up the photo. Like if I'm holding somebody's hand, it's supposed to be a genuine moment,
and someone else takes
but if somebody else takes it and then they tell you, hey,
but it's not set up, it's candid,
right? Do you mind if I post this, or do you want to share it, be able to share this? I'm like, and I think about it, I'm like, oh, okay,
I'm like,
exactly,
yeah. Cool. But if you're like setting it up, if you're like going in there, like I'm about to hold his hand and take a picture of it so I could post, like,
get on that side. The lighting is better over there. Get the window.
No, but it could be a genuine moment where you're holding hands with someone and you know this could be the last time and you just want to take that picture
well, to me, that's not as set up. That's not as like deliberate. So like I'm more okay with that.
Afterwards, the thought could be like, I want to share this and like write something,
and that's fine. And that's fine. Like I'm okay with that. I'm more like setting up the like in your mind, your intent, and this goes back to like how I feel about intent. If you know in your mind your intent is like, oh, they're gonna pass away, let me take a nice picture holding their hand, and it's it's weird. So I post like it's weird, but like people do think that way. Like let's not throw that out. Like a lot of people, especially because of the world of social media, they think that way in terms of like oh, this could be a good picture, you know. It's just weird.
Yeah, but so it's weird because I do draw the line at certain things, but context in a different context was like I'm already gone and I might not have control over it if that's what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
My family better be going all out for me.
That's natural and that's organic. I have a problem when it's not organic. That's my
yeah. On that note, everybody out there, make sure comment your opinion on that, and make sure you like, subscribe, follow the socials.
Also, if Cesar has the best smile in the game, so to speak, and if you heard our conversation regarding the fact that he rigged the vote in his favor by going on several ghost accounts that he manages, feel free to weigh in on that and see if you feel that was right to do.
And make sure you turn on notifications and Go listen to us on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, TuneIn, Google. What I'm missing, Stitcher. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Links are gonna be in the.
It's not on Deezer though.
It's not on Deezer.
Deezer does not exist.
No,
it's not a thing.
Deezer has been discontinued.
It's not a thing.
16 million people disagree.
So, yeah.
Those 16 million people are 70 and above and don't use social media.
That is disrespectful to the French. I don't like it.
Oui. See you next week.
Thank you for watching.
All right. Peace, y'all.